Gun stores want you to believe a massive lie. They tell you that you have to spend $1,000 to protect your family. They push flashy, overpriced pistols while hiding the real deals. But right now, sitting in the bottom display case of your local shop are some of the toughest, most battle-tested handguns in the world, and they cost less than $400. Shooters ignore them because they lack massive marketing budgets or famous logos. They assume cheap means dangerous. Today, we prove them wrong. We are counting down 5 budget handguns with military backgrounds and flawless track records. Number 1 survived a torture test so crazy it sounds completely fake. Let's begin. Number 5, the Stoeger STR-9. Coming in at number 5 is the Stoeger STR-9. When people hear the name Stoeger, they usually think of long hunting shotguns. Because of that, this tactical gem goes unnoticed, but they are missing out on a massive secret. You can easily find this gun for under $300. It is the exact same size as the famous Glock 19. That means it is the perfect size for hiding under your shirt or keeping safe in your nightstand. People see the low price and think it must be junk. They assume the plastic is weak or the metal will rust easily. They forget that Stoeger is actually owned by Benelli, a giant name in the gun world. The STR-9 gets made on top-tier factory machines, and you can feel that quality right away. For example, look at the cuts on the side of the metal slide. They are very deep and rough. This is a great thing. It means if your hands are sweaty, muddy, or wet from the rain, your fingers will not slip when you pull the gun back to load it. Most cheap guns have slippery slides, but Stoeger fixed that problem perfectly. Also, many budget guns use cheap plastic sights on top that can break off if you drop them. The STR-9 uses tough steel sights that will survive hard hits against tables or doors. The grip actually feels better in the hand than a Glock because of a smart, deep curve on the back. It locks into your palm like a puzzle piece. The trigger breaks very crisp, making it incredibly easy to shoot straight, even for beginners. It holds 15 rounds of 9mm and fires perfectly every single time. It does not care if you feed it expensive hollow points or the cheapest, dirtiest steel bullets you can find at the store. It just keeps firing. If you want a gun that works hard but leaves extra cash in your wallet, this is the one. But if you think that is a clever design, wait until you see the hidden European trick sitting at number 4. Number 4, the AirX Delta Gen 2. For number 4, we crossed the ocean to Slovenia to find the AirX Delta Gen 2. You might spot this gun online for just $250. Yet this modular marvel stays completely hidden today. Why? Because the name AirX does not sound as famous as Sig Sauer or Glock, but ignoring it is a huge mistake. The AirX Delta is a hidden masterpiece of design. First, it is very thin. At just over 1 inch wide, it sits completely flat against your body. This makes it super easy to carry all day without it poking your stomach or showing through your shirt. When you grab it, the handle feels like very fine sandpaper. It sticks to your hand like glue, but it does not rub your skin raw. Second, the real gun is actually a small metal frame hidden inside the plastic grip. Just like the expensive guns the military uses, you can pull this metal part out. You can drop it into a totally different plastic grip. You can change the color and the size of your gun in 2 minutes for $50. You can make it small for the summer and big for the winter. The top of the gun also comes ready for modern sights. You can take off a small metal plate and screw on a glowing red dot sight right out of the box. You do not have to pay a gunsmith extra money to cut the metal for you. It also has slide release buttons on both sides, which is perfect if you are left-handed or if your right hand gets hurt. The barrel is forged tight under extreme pressure. This makes the metal super strong, so it will last for thousands of years and shoot perfectly straight. It matches the exact quality of guns that cost twice as much. But what if you hate plastic guns and modern red dots? Stick around because number 3 is an old school heavy metal beast you will not believe. Number 3, the Bersa TPR-9. At number 3, we step away from the plastic crowd and look at a true heavy hitter. Meet the Bersa TPR-9. When most shooters hear the name Bersa, they think of tiny, cheap pocket guns from the 1990s. Because of that old image, people think this big metal gun is just an outdated dinosaur. They are completely wrong. The Bersa TPR-9 was built from the ground up for cops and soldiers in Argentina. It is built like an absolute tank to survive street fights and harsh weather. For about $400, you get a strong aluminum metal frame. It feels solid and heavy in a good way. That extra weight helps stop the kick when you shoot. Instead of the gun flipping up in the air, the heavy metal keeps your sights flat on the target for fast follow-up shots. It features safety levers on both sides and takes apart in seconds for easy cleaning. It also has a special track under the barrel. You can slide a bright flashlight right onto it so you can see in the dark. But the best part of this gun is how the trigger works. The first time you pull the trigger, it feels long and heavy. This is a great safety trick. It means you will not fire the gun by accident if you get scared or trip. But after that first shot, the trigger stays pulled back. Every shot after that has one of the shortest and smoothest clicks of any gun under $800. It shoots perfectly straight and feels amazing on your finger. It even has a small bump on top that pops up when a bullet is in the chamber. You can feel it in the dark to know the gun is loaded. If you want the classic style of a heavy metal gun but are on a tight budget, missing out on the TPR-9 is a shame. But as tough as this metal gun is, the next one was built for the deep mud and freezing rain of the United States Army trials. Number 2, the Beretta APX A1. Number 2 is what gun experts call a giant paradox. We are talking about the Beretta APX A1. You can often buy these brand new for just $300. How did a weapon from the oldest gun maker in the world become forgotten? The first version of this gun had a really weird slide. It had big bumps that looked like a chocolate candy bar. People made fun of it online and nobody bought it. Beretta listened and fixed the shape. They made the new A1 version look mean and ready for modern red dot sights. But the buyers had already moved on and forgotten about it. That bad luck is a huge win for you. The APX was built to compete in the tough military testing. It was made to survive deep mud, fine sand, freezing water, and thousands of shots without a single drop of oil. To pass these tests, Beretta put 2 heavy springs inside the gun instead of 1. These thick springs soak up the angry kick of the bullet so your hands do not get tired. The barrel sits very low in your hand. This smart design also keeps the gun from flipping up when you fire. The trigger on the inside features a crisp, redesigned face. This smart upgrade makes your finger pull straight back. This stops you from jerking the gun left or right when you shoot. The sights on top are fantastic too. The front dot glows bright green, making it super fast to find with your eyes when you pull the gun up. Just like the AREX, the inside metal frame can be removed to change out the plastic grips. You get a military-grade weapon that handles recoil like a dream, all for the price of a generic cheap gun. It is the best deal of bad timing ever. But even that strict military test cannot match the insane torture test of our number 1 pick. Number 1, the SAR-9. Finally, the top budget pistol that survived extreme military trials is the SAR-9. It is made by Sarsılmaz in Turkey. Selling for around $350, it is the absolute king of budget toughness. Many people in America do not trust Turkish guns. They think they are just cheap copies that will break after a few boxes of ammo. But Sarsılmaz is a massive modern factory. They are the primary supplier for the Turkish army, which is the second largest army in NATO. When they built the SAR-9, they took the best parts of other famous guns and glued them together. For example, the grip is an exact match of a very comfy, expensive German gun. When you open the box, you will find extra plastic pieces. They snap onto the sides and the back of the handle. It is like building a puzzle that perfectly matches the exact shape of your hand. The inside parts are built like a heavy-duty work truck. The barrel and the slide are forged from thick steel and coated to never rust. It has safeties built right into the trigger so it will never go off if you drop it on the concrete. But here is the crazy part. During military testing, they shot the SAR-9 for 90,000 rounds straight. They just kept loading it and firing it. The metal never cracked. NATO forces wanted to see when it would finally die, so they pushed it even further. They shot an unreal 300,000 rounds through their test guns. Imagine a mountain of 300,000 bullets. Most shooters will never shoot that much in their entire life. It eats the cheapest, dirtiest bullets, it does not crack, and it shoots perfectly. It proves once and for all that you do not need to spend big money to get a gun that will save your life. Conclusion. The gun world wants you to think high prices are the only way to get safety, but guns like the Stoeger, AREX, Bursa, Beretta, and SAR prove that good design matters way more than flashy ads. Next time you look for a gun, skip the expensive glass cases. Look at the bottom shelf. You might find your new favorite pistol and save hundreds of dollars for extra practice ammo. Which of these budget guns do you like the most? Let me know in the comments below. Stay safe, shoot straight, and I will see you next time.